Okay, so a long time ago, and also, well, never, I guess, if you want to be technical about it, there was a star that was born. The star is called Upsilon. Upsilon's a strange star. Upsilon likes to die backwards in the sense that it starts as a supernova and then recollects itself into an actual star. At this current time in the universe, it'd probably be around like a blue giant, maybe? I don't know. One way or another, it's just weird. It likes to explode sometimes, but only at the heat death of the universe, in which we will all be back here again. Maybe different, maybe the same, who knows, honestly, but what is the point of this? There is no point. I just wanted to talk about stars. At the time of the Italian Renaissance, there was a man named Giovanni Bruno. Giovanni Bruno was very big brain. You see, he thought that the Earth actually revolved around the sun, while everyone else thought that the sun was just revolving around the Earth and that the Earth was the center of the universe. We now know that today is, very wrong, but since it was the Catholic Church, they decided to burn him at the stake for being incorrect. What is the point? There is no point. Humans today are in a strange middle ground of existence in which we know everything, but we don't know what we don't know, and it's terrifying all the time. However, as the spread of information becomes more and more prevalent, the spread of misinformation will also follow that in parallel growth, sometimes even more growth. This can be seen in large groups of people gathering together to talk about things that they have no knowledge or ideas on how they work. This group of people are known as Reddit. My point is that there is no point. Stop expecting there to be a point. If you think I'm going to come out of nowhere and say that there is a point to all of this, you're sadly mistaken on the purpose of this video. Due to the increased amount of information available to people will think that they are the experts in their field, despite the fact that they googled something once, then found the first article that affirmed their opinion or idea that they already had, or suspicions, and then skimmed the first 2 paragraphs and then used that as proper leeway in an internet debate. Jonathan? Due to this style of interaction and conversation on the internet and in real life, there has been a prevalent idea that in order for someone to have their head on straight or to be quotable in anything or credible by themselves, they had to know 101 experts on a certain topic and had to be able to quote them off the drop of a hat. Like if you wanted to say murder was bad, you would have to first prove that there is a natural ethical code in all human beings through DNA or some scientific means, despite the fact that murder is just what you don't do if you're not a horrible person. But as you can guess, back in the day, that wasn't really a question people were asking. Most people were asking, hey, do you have, the grain that you promised me last week? And then the other guy would say, probably not. Where is this going? No, don't ask questions like that. There's no point. However, there is one issue inherent in this idea that one must be an expert that is evident in our genome. The human brain is extremely lazy. What I mean by lazy is that our brains are very active members of our body. They constantly monitor the organs, and in relation to the eyes, they are always trying to make sure that you recognize what is in front of you, to make sure that you know you're walking, or to make sure that what you're looking at is a chair or a person or whatever. And this leads to our brains doing something very interesting, where they'll take shortcuts in terms of reasoning, thinking about things, where instead of actually doing critical thinking, they will look for patterns in order to find the easiest way to a well-known solution. This is the reasoning that we call correlation leads to causation. But in fact, because of this, in the science field at least, we've developed a new mantra. Correlation does not equal causation. So again, what's the point? What, brains are lazy, stars die backwards, and some guy was burned at the stake for something we now know is true today? Well, yeah, sort of. So with all of these things being true, what can we do about it? How can we stop the idea that correlation leads to causation? How can we keep the information age in check? Well, that's pretty easy. We can't. Or rather, we don't, and hear me out on this. We will never understand the true nature of our universe or the true nature of human beings or why things happen, why the toast always falls better side down, why you always stub your toe when you're trying to enter a room very calmly, why you always forget what you're doing when you're going to enter that room, right as you enter it, and then leave just to come back and realize you needed something important from that room. But that's just how it is. It's all just a mess.